Hey there, YouTube. It's Jobber here with Dylan. My voice is kind of crackly because we just got back from the San Jose Regional yesterday, and it's very loud, so I pretty much have to yell at people to talk to them. We're going to do a deck profile on Dylan's Qliphort deck he had a lot of success with, and here we go.
Yeah, I was chilling at the top tables all day. My favorite spot was table 2, apparently. So I was at table 2 twice during the day. So this is my I play Qliphort, and I play a little bit different Qliphort just because I want to win my 2 of my 3 games. So
Stalls and Burning Abyss.
3 disc. Play 3 scout. And you could play 2 scout if you want, but I like to play 3. I played 3 helix and 3 carrier. Chose to play the 3 and 3 just because I main deck Stormforts, so I want more monsters to tribute for. And I main deck these. Absolute blowout against Shadalls. I played 4 Shadall decks. Literally, I just tribute off anything on their field, and you just slap the emptiness down. That is the game. They cannot get rid of this card.
Yeah.
Vanity's, or it's a mobile emptiness. Sorry, that's why I'm calling it emptiness. It's Vanity's Fiend, but its emptiness is a 2400 beater, and I tribute their monster for it, so they just like lose. I had a, I think it was round 2. I did this to a Shadall player up at table. I think it was table. No, it was round 3 at table 2. I did that to a Shadall player, and he just sat there, and he just like. You could just see all the fun just was sucked out of the room. He was just like, I'm just like, poke. He's like,
okay.
Yeah, he was actually maining Mirror Wall. So he actually ended up killing him, like pretty much killing himself because he flipped the Mirror Wall. And I hit him for a 12 off of this, and then he just paid the 2,000 every turn until he couldn't pay it anymore. And then I'm just like, 24 game. That's how much of a blowout it is against that deck. So that's good against Burning Abyss, too. Not so much the mirror match. 3 arts. I have 9 ways to search Scout, so might as well search them. 3 Pot of Dualities. 3 Sacrifice. 3 MST. Just because it's good against the mirror match, good against everything. Good to get hit Fire Lakes before they Fire Lake you. And then 3 Storm Force. This card was really good. It's really the best against the I wouldn't say it's the best against the mirror match because they get their effects off helix and stuff. You like have to tribute their disc to get an effect off of, or to get it off without them either bouncing your monster or blowing up one of your back row. If you don't have any back row, it's flawless. But super good against Burning Abyss and Shadalls just because I like Stormforth, Dante, Vanity's Fiend, and then they just lose because none of their effects resolve. Except if they have like a scram and they're Dante, but it's like it doesn't matter if their Dante goes and they get 2 into their hand because they're not going to be able to special summon 2 because Vanity's Fiend is they're not going to be able to get 2 Burning Abyss monsters in the field, so you're not going to have to worry about getting Fire Lake. And then 1 Book of Moon for Burning Abyss. It's good against the mirror match too. Just be able to flip like 28 discs that are like inbound. I main deck 3 Shadow and Prison Mirror.
Yeah, we went there, YouTube.
Yeah, why not? 2/3 of my matchup is dark, so this deck actually has kind of a terrible matchup against the mirror match. So
I made the conclusion that we should put this in the deck instead of Skill Drain because I was running Shadow Mirror and it's a Teller Knights, but it's not the YCS. And it was like my favorite card in the whole deck, and this is a lot more of a spooky deck than Satellar Knights when they can go off. So with a Shadow Mirror against those dark decks, it's pretty spooky stuff.
Yeah, the only 2 games that I lost were against Burning Abyss. He opened phenomenal. Game 1, he opened double Dante Lake, so it was just an absolute blowout. But he hit every card except for the Shadow Mirror, and then turn 2 he goes summons the tour guide, and I go Shadow Mirror, and he just like stopped. He's like, oh my gosh, you main deck that, and then proceeds to drop BLS on me. So I mean, it was like it was just really a complete like blowout. But he was like super surprised I was main decking the Shadow Mirror, and everyone was like, oh crap, like as soon as I flipped it, because I'm the only I was like one of the only Qliphort players that were up there at that point, and everyone around me is just Burning Abyss and Shadalls, and I'm just like flip it, and they're just like, oh crap, like made note like he's maining Shadow Mirror, I don't want to verse him. So yeah, they were like mean. So I mean just the Torrential is more mirror match. Shadalls, I mean you can use it against Burning Abyss. It's good in combo with this just because it gives you you can torrential because they're not going to get like a bunch of pluses off of it.
Right.
So it combos really well with that. Stops OTKs from the Qliphort deck. It was good. 2 breakthrough skills. I'm not maining skill drain, so you can play the breakthrough skills. And I played 4 Shaddoll. Like Shaddoll, I played 2 of the dragon, like the chaos variant. I played 1 of the artifact variant, and then I played 1 like light sworn variant that was like it was basically light sworn Shaddolls. And this won me just absolute blowout games against the Shaddoll deck. Against especially the artifact deck, just because you can hit Molotov twice. So it's just like Molotov, try to blow up your scout.
And then next turn they try it again, you can move it from a graveyard.
Yeah, it's like boom, breakthrough skill, and then they're just like GG. It's like the scout, because the scout goes off and they lose. So yeah, it was really good. Not so good against the mirror match though. I mean, you can stop disc, and then 2 emptiness. Oh, also against Burning Abyss Tour Guide, but I already made the shadows, so I usually end up drawing the shadows and hitting the Tour Guide with the shadow mirror.
And then 2 more Floodgate cards.
Yeah, and then 2 more Floodgate cards. Just like stop. It's good against the mirror. It's good against everything. I mean, honestly, it's just I wouldn't not play 2, and the only reason I'm playing 2, I'd probably be playing 3, is I'm maining 2 emptiness monster form. You know.
Yes.
So there's no point. I like the deck itself. I don't know if I'd make any changes. I might try to like fit this in there, because I lost a mirror and I lost to a Burning Abyss player, and this was the card that gave one of my mirror matches, like he was undefeated until like I think he lost round 7 or something, but he was up at like table 1 at the end of the day, and that was my only loss to the mirror match. So he was just good at playing Qliphorts. And he was maining this, and it's just a landslide in the mirror, just because it gives them so much more speed. So I might try to like play that, fit that in there. Yeah, everything else is fine. 3 max C for Burning Abyss. I said I didn't get Shaddolls too, the artifact variant Shaddolls, because they're Moraltalks. It makes them summon Moraltalk from their deck, because you know they're playing Ignition, and you know they'll set the Molotofs from their deck, and they won't go into Brawl Talk if you max see them, because they only want you to draw once.
Right.
So it's like really good. 1 Spell Shattering Arrow. I'd actually bump that up to 2. I didn't expect to see as many Qliphort decks as I ran into. Mostly just because I thought that everyone would be playing Burning Abyss and Shaddolls, which, you know, that was most of my rounds, but I did hit that 1 Qliphort deck, and I was like hoping that I wasn't. I'd rather be prepared for 2/3 of the room than 1/3 of the room. Just, you know, OP cards. I actually opened, against a Shaddoll deck, I opened Dark Hole and Regeki when I sided, and he was just so mad. I, like, OTK'd him turn 2 with the Regeki, and it was just, like, super funny, and I just, like, put my hand down, and he was like, you Dark Hole too? I'm like, yeah. So he got really mad. And then Ojama Trio won me a lot of my matchups against Burning Abyss, just because you give them 3 Ojama tokens and they
blow up the 2 monsters.
Yep, and they lose. So that was one of the clutch cards. You just have to make sure you don't have a scout, but it's easy. Mind Crush was really good. I only really put it in against the mirror match, just because I can like feel out what is in their hand, and they're adding everything to their hand with scout. So it's like really easy to do. It's like, okay, well, if they searched sacrifice off scout, it's like that probably means they have a monster in their hand. I'm just gonna hit the sacrifice out. It's like if they're searching the monster, I'm just gonna hit the monster, because that means they don't have a monster. They search the disc, I'm gonna hit the disc. You know, it's like 1 Soul Drain, just cause. Full House, I never even sided it in, just because I felt like I would only side it in against Qliphorts, and it seemed like the Qliphort decks I versed like never would set more than like 1 back row. So I just like was like, I'm not even gonna side that in. And then triple Wiretap. I sided Wiretap in. I never saw it. And I was like,
yeah, Dylan was really upset about that.
Upset about it. I would have made it. This is all fine, but honestly, I would have probably made this another Spell Shattering Arrow and just done straight up like 3 Dust Tornado. Because then that would have just like won me my mirrors like blowout style, you know. So, yeah, and then the extra deck that I made a Dweller once. And that was like it, but you know, it's just like all 4s, and then got some like 5s, and I got a 6. some 7s that I never make. I just like it doesn't matter. You're never gonna make them.
Yeah.
I don't play cat anymore, so it's kind of even harder to make synchros. And I do that because cat's good if you open with it, but then you have to play the whole odd eyes to like try to get in the cat, and odd eyes is terrible, and I don't like it. It's really bad against Burning Abyss because they're just gonna like Fire Lake it. It makes good hands better and worse hands worse. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't like it. I cut it, put these in there.
Yeah, so it worked out really well. Well, YouTube, don't forget to check us out during the week on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And Dylan and Jobber and I are signing off for now.